Hello, beautiful people. It is Olivia Grace, and I am back with another video today. Welcome back to the Master Manifestors channel, where we talk about manifesting and aligning with our highest selves, manifesting the impossible. So if you're into that, then I'd love to have you on this channel. I also am offering donation-based coaching. So if you find this video or any of my other videos helpful and you want to go deeper with that, then the links will be in the description. So I literally just recorded like 4 minutes of this video and I put my phone on Do Not Disturb and it cut the video off. So I have to start over. So it's fine though. Really, I could edit it together, but I don't know. That didn't go well for me last time. So anyways, okay. So we're talking about ignoring the 3D today, right? And this is obviously like super important when it comes to manifesting, especially when using the law of assumption, really when manifesting anything, you guys, like this is like fundamental, bruh. So I'm surprised I never like made a video on this, but so let's get into it. There's gonna be 3 points that I'm hitting. Number 1 is to flat out deny brazen impudence, flat out deny what you're seeing. And I should link that in the description. I'd be saying that and then I'd be forgetting y'all, but maybe no, I'll intend to remember. I'll remember. Flat out deny it. Then there is to accept it as the old story. And then number 3 is going to be to know and have faith that, you know, your manifestation is yours. So I'm going to go ahead and get into each of these and kind of give some examples. So number 1, starting with flat out denying it. This is like looking at the situation and just denying. Like this takes like really having the ability to be delusional, to be able to look at something and see it and still claim the complete opposite of that, okay? Being able to look at the moon and say the sun is rising, like, you know, so that, like, you really have to, again, have a good amount of faith in you. Or just a good amount of like being able to pretend, really being able to like act, you know, and just pretend like, yeah, fuck that. Like, no, it's not, you know, see it like fake news, like the Inquirer. They're like, oh, Bigfoot and Rapunzel had a baby. And they're like, have this picture of this like curly, long haired Bigfoot baby. And it looks real. I mean, it has proof, but it's like, this is fake news. Like, obviously this is fake news, you know? So seeing it like that, seeing the opposite, whatever the 3D is, as like, this is just fake news. This is just whatever, you know, like, and when you do this, because again, you guys, when you're manifesting, you're bringing the unseen into the scene. So you have to be able to believe in something that's not in front of you. That's literally what manifestation is. Okay. So, but when we're caught up with what's in front of us, it almost has us hypnotized and it's creating us to continue to create the same situation and the same thing that we really don't even want. Right. But being able to flat out deny, this isn't even real. This isn't even happening. Like, this isn't even like what it looks like. Like, no, it's actually this, you know, and really persisting with your assumption. It just, I mean, that's what allows for the manifestation to go. And especially, you guys, when something has been going on for a while, like when something has been hard, like we're feeling like, I'm persisting, but there's this awareness that this has taken so long, or this hasn't happened yet, or, you know, just this awareness that it's not done, which is really the reason why it's still in your reality, because that awareness of it's not here, it's hard, it's taking forever, that is more alive in you than the fact that it is here. So when you can look at that and flat out deny it, especially when you're doing, like I said, hard stuff, healing your body, you know, SP type stuff. And y'all, this is, I'm not saying that this is like so easy, whatever, but I'm just telling you guys, this is what you have to do though. And you don't have to do this one. Like, we can get into the next one. But for those of you guys that are, you know, seasoned manifesting vets, and you guys already know, like really know, like, you know, your imagination is creating, flat out deny it. Even if it's a full, like whatever in front of you, flat out deny it. With my sister, she was making, she's a insurance salesperson, and she had been talking to me one day and telling me like she was struggling to make sales and, whatever. And I just told her flat out, like, as she told me that, I was like, no, I don't even hear that. Like, I'm hearing that you're making the most sales in your company. You're making like 5 sales a day. Like, no, you're the top salesman in your company. To this day, you guys, that was like 2 years ago. She's still, every job that she goes to, she's the top salesman there. And just literally the other day, she told me she made 7 sales in the day. So flat out deny it, guys, and just try it and see, you guys, because it actually works. It works because you're really moving into it being done, regardless of what it looks like. All right. So the next thing is, all right, what if when you can't do that, right? Because sometimes you can't do that, literally. Sometimes it's just too, like, one of my subscribers asked, what about when you're in pain? Like, if you're manifesting healing, but you're in pain, how do you deal with that? First of all, side note, when you're in pain, you guys, or when you're going through like a moment, or you're, like spiraling, have compassion for yourself in that moment. That's not the moment to like, no, I'm gonna, persist. And some of you guys, if you're strong-willed, then you can do that. But if you're doing that and it's making it harder for you, if you're already in pain, you're already like broken down, just allow that to pass. Allow yourself to kind of, woosah, calm down. And when you're in a better space, go back to persisting. Okay. But so the next thing is to accept it as the old story. All right. Accept it as the old story. When you're seeing what you're seeing, this allows you to be at peace in the present, that you can be looking at a situation that is absolutely not what you want, but knowing that this is the old story. This is the story that I've been telling myself. And I know for me, this automatically soothes me when I'm looking at maybe the opposite of what I want. Like, yeah, this is the momentum that I've had going for this amount of time. This is the past creation. I already know what's coming next, right? Almost as if, you're watching movies with friends and, your movie that you picked is coming on next and you can't wait to watch, but you're still finishing out the movie of maybe the movie that your friend picked, and you're looking at it and you're like, oh, this is not my movie. I want to watch my movie, but your movie is coming. Just let the old movie continue to play instead of like, throwing tomatoes at the screen, So that allows you to be at peace. And even because the thing is, you guys, you're always on your bridge. That's the thing. You're always on your bridge, even when it's looking opposite, even when the things are happening that look wrong. It like you're on your bridge. You're on your bridge to the wish fulfilled. So, stay on the bridge. Stay on the bridge and don't, like, the thing is, you're on the bridge either way. So you can freak out, or you could just relax, but it is working. And so just knowing like, okay, what I'm seeing, just soothe yourself with that. What I'm seeing is the old story. That's why it's there. That gives your logical brain a reason. Well, if this is who I am now, why is this like this, And now the next thing is to have faith, you guys. Have faith in your imagination, you guys. Y'all, that again, all of these things really are like the trifecta of manifesting, but have faith in what you are imagining, you guys. Have faith in what you are creating. Have faith in what you know to be true, you guys, because this is what and really have faith in your imagination. Okay. Have faith in God. All right. Because your imagination is how you are connecting with God, right? Consciously. And God, there is nothing impossible to God, you guys. There is nothing impossible to God. So the 3D may be a persistent little bitch, and excuse my French, but y'all know, especially when you're going through it, and the 3D is like, I don't care. Like, you've been persisting for months, maybe years, and 3D is like, I don't care. This is what it is. So you better get used to it. You better give up. Fuck that. No, no. Have faith that your imagination creates, because I'm going to be real with you guys, and this is not to be discouraging, but if you do not have faith that your imagination creates, if you do not have faith in the omnipotence of God, you're already like failing before you start, because there's no way in our mind that we, as our avatar, as Olivia, as John Doe, can really think that we can do the type of shit that we're trying to do. You know what I mean? Just to be honest, we're doing things that are like impossible. Okay. You got to believe in something impossible. You got to believe in something much bigger than you and really know that it is working and it can work. And the things that are impossible to you aren't even a thought for it. It's not even a sweat for it. So have faith. When you have faith and you know that when you ask, your Father hears you, okay? The last video I made talking about Joseph Murphy breaking down the miracle of raising Lazarus from the dead. You know, Jesus said, I know that my Father hears me. He hears me always. God hears you. But you have to believe that, though. You have to believe that and know. So now I say this to say, you guys, because faith is what gets you from point A to point B. Okay. Faith is what gets you when you're drowning. Okay. All right. That's what Jesus is. That's God awakened in man. God is in every man. Okay. God is in everybody, but who is he awakened in? Because when God is awakened you, that's when you can touch people and they heal, like what Jesus did, you know? So have faith, you guys. Have faith. Deny it. Accept it as the old story. Have faith. I know for a fact that this will prosper you. I know for a fact that if you do these things, it will help you. And I intend that it prospers you beyond what you know, beyond what you're hoping for. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video.